Good morning. It's Monday. I think right now it's like 3:30 in the morning. I'm still in Chicago. I stayed a little bit about me. My dad's blood runs in me. It runs in me. I could have left out yesterday, but I would have wound up paying like $500 more for the flight ticket to leave yesterday. If I left out today, it was going to be about $500 less. So I said, you know what? Let's stay in one more night and just leaving out early Monday morning and flying out and heading home. So one of these days I'll do the full math on that and see if it was really worth it or not. But so yeah, I'm still here. The plane don't leave till 10:02, 10:09, something like that. So I'll leave for the airport about 7:45, something like that, and then wait there and be back in Nashville about 12:09. So here's to one more last day out there. Where do I start? It's been an awesome weekend. It really has. Really has. In my breakdown, day 3 breakdown, I go through a lot, but I'm just kind of just giving an after effects. One thing I have to say is I'm not going to mention any names, but one of the voice actors just really doesn't come off as a very happy person. You know, we all walk different journeys, and God knows I'm not trying to judge anybody, but I've never ran into somebody who made asking for a autograph seem so transactional. I mean, I normally want to ask questions and want to interact with people, but when this particular voice artist, I went up there, it was like, why the hell are you giving me money? What do you want? What do you want? It's the vibe I got. And it's like, whoa. I didn't even want to ask him questions. And it's like, I wanted my money back. And so you keep the autograph. But no, I got the autograph. It's almost a lesson. What's that phrase? Never meet your heroes. That can apply for some people, I guess. The reality of behavior and everything like that. Never meet your heroes. But I ran into him down in the restaurant. I was going down, setting myself up for room service for supper last night. And again, negative energy. I did not want to approach him. I didn't want to speak with him. And it's like, I feel around him and it's like, wow. And I never meet that with anybody. I find I can approach anybody, and whether asking for the time of day, I have no issues with that. But I actually had issues approaching this person. It's like, you know what? I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to steer clear of that. So that's unusual, and that really just left me going, you know, of a person who I find I can't approach. That leaves me just, I don't know what to think. But yeah, couldn't sleep last night. Couldn't sleep for a squat. So I was up at 3, pretty much packed and ready to go. And considering, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I don't want another Pop-Tart. I'm done. 2 days of Pop-Tarts for breakfast, done. I don't want a third one. I'll probably leave them here. I'll probably wait till I get to the airport and check O'Hare. Hopefully they got a Chick-fil-A or something like that. I don't care. I don't want Pop-Tarts. Flat out. I'm done. 2 days of Pop-Tarts and I'm perfectly done. Anybody out there wants some Pop-Tarts, I'll send them to you. It works for what it was, but I'm ready to get life back to normal and no Pop-Tarts. But anyhow, some really, like I said, some really good people that I've met. You know, you question things. Y'all don't know this. I'm a man of faith. I've got a thing with organized religion, and that goes from my past. And maybe one day on the channel I'll cover it, but I don't like organized religion. The relationship I have and anybody has with the Creator is their relationship. And if you need a group of people, if you need a group, I respect that. No issues with that at all. If you're like me and you're one of the kind of people who, you know what? The relationship that I have with him is between me and him. I don't need to go through anybody else. And that's where I got in the military. I did a lot of growing for Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Not product placement, by the way. But it was out there, you're a young kid, 21-year-old, out there getting ready to go to war. It's like, and I'm going to survive. I'm going to make it out of here alive. Am I going to, you get a lot of questions. And it's through those questions that you don't have the answer for in which your faith comes out. And, your relationship, whatever it is with the Maker, that's where that comes out at. And that's where mine was really established. And it was there I established that him and I, we can talk, I don't need anybody, to ask for people to pray for me. Yeah, sure. Maybe every now and then, certain circumstances, but the relationship I have with him is the relationship I have with him. But I say all that. We are where we're supposed to be at every day. You are given opportunities to make choices, and those choices may affect outcomes. But, we are where we're supposed to be at. And when you look and you take assessment of where you are, where you're at, and the people that you've run into, you have a opportunity to react to those people. And you could be like this one voice actor. I couldn't approach him. Now could it have been me? Ignoring the opportunity to approach him? Or could it have been him, just the way he comes off? Don't approach me. Don't do anything like that. So the not so positive vibes that I got, I didn't approach him. And so I didn't. I could have sat right there, spoke with him, asked him to join him to eat, but I didn't. I didn't feel led to do that, by no means. But, when I got here Thursday evening I got here, I was eating supper by myself. And anybody who knows me, I'm a people person. I strive, I appreciate interactions with other people, especially common goals, commonalities, and stuff like that. And I was eating there by myself, and there was this table of people right there, and they were having a good old time. They were having some interesting discussions, and it's like, that's interesting. And after a second, I asked to join them, and I did. And there's some great people, some great relationships was formed at that point. And, I could have stayed in that seat and not interact with anybody and probably spent the rest of the con coming and going, chit-chatting here and there, but I would have missed out. But instead, before my food came out, I said, hey, and there was an open chair at the end. Guys got an open seat, can I join you? They welcomed me in there. And there was some friendships bonded at that moment. And those friendships, I honestly feel they're gonna go a long time. I can just tell that without saying. But I had a choice to not do that. But I took the choice and did that. So what I'm saying, what I'm communicating, what I'm sharing with you all is how many opportunities do you have to interact with people that you don't know? And what do you do with those interactions that you have? Do you just sit there, mind your own business, and focus on what's in front of you? Or do you interact with them? Can I join you? Of course, circumstances different. You're not going to do that. You're not going to be eating, going to Texas Roadhouse for supper. You and your girlfriend or you and your wife or whatever sit down and see a couple. Hey, can we come join you? No, nothing like that. I was by myself. I had a choice, and I made it. I took the opportunity and expanded my relationships and got to know other people. And through those other people, had conversation. I've been blessed, enlightened on many a thing. Through the relationship that I've had with the big guy, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, if you have the opportunities to just, we're all put here. We all have choices. We all have a road. Whether we want to admit it or not, we're on a path that's been laid out. How do you interact with that path? How do you walk it? Something to think about at 4:15 in the morning, don't you think? And my phone is falling. I need to figure out how to get some kind of stand. But anyhow, I'm going to get out of here. I'm not going to post this now. I'll post this later on today. I took a vacation day. I'm going to be home at 12, so I have ample time to do that. But you all have a good one. You all be safe. Excuse me. And we'll catch you on the other side. Take care.